For this intensification topic, we're going to discuss 21s. Now, 21s was a favorite of, you know, one of the all-time greatest lifters of all time or bodybuilders of all time, Arnold Schwarzenegger. One of the things we talked about earlier is that full range of motion is essential to maximize growth, right? And so what you're doing is you're emphasizing every part of the range of motion. So on a 21, you're essentially going to do, you'll do partial range of motion on one end of the lift, partial range of motion on another end of the lift, and then full range of motion. Okay, so let's say you're doing cable curls, okay? On cable curls, you would start off by doing the first half of the lift, right? So you do 7 curls, halfway up, halfway down. Then you would go from the halfway position all the way up for 7 reps, and then you do full range of motion, okay? Now, here's the thing to understand is that most of the time on curls, people are doing partial range of motion, right? Or they're just coming halfway up, halfway down anyway. This forces you to focus on the lower range of the motion, forces you to focus on the squeezing portion of the motion where they're top, and then you're flushing the muscle through full range of motion, right? So, Lawrence, how do you use 21s? Do you like those?
I really like 21s just because most people don't, like you said earlier, don't get a full stretch in the muscle group, or they don't actually get a full contraction. And this forces you to get partial contractions, really understand the mind-muscle connection on the muscle that you're working. And then right when you're almost fully fatigued from the first 14 reps, the full elongating of the last 7 is the hardest thing you've ever done in your life, but it actually gives you such a great pump. And there's really nothing like a 21. Shout out to Arnold.
Yeah, shout out to Arnold, exactly. And one of the biggest things too, and Lawrence, he's going to be showing you this on cable curls, is the cool thing about cable curls is they force you to keep tension the entire time, right? And so it's a great technique to pair with 21s.